Please read the disclaimer. Hello and welcome, I'm Bio, and today we're looking at another Random Randoms, another one from the Tokyo Xtreme Racer series, Kaido Racer 2. Also known as Tokyo Xtreme Racing Drift 2 in the US, as well as Kaido Touge no Densetsu in Japan. So I could have picked Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 2, but seeing as I was already looking at Kaido Racer, anyway, I thought I'd look at the European version, which was published by Konami. The American version was published by Crave, which is most of the Western versions were published by Crave. I'll get there. Crave. I thought I'd look at the European version because, again, I looked at Kaido Racer. And that was the only version that was available for that one. There was no other. There was no American version, I guess you could say, US version. So yeah, Kaido Racer 2. Again, developed by Genki. It was released in America as Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 2 in April 2007, but it was released in Europe before that, obviously as Kaido Racer 2 in December 2006. So yeah. What is it going to be like? I don't know. It hasn't got a very good score on old Metacritic. Again, people will probably immediately get angry when I say stuff like that. It's a reference point. It's nothing else. It's a reference point. I don't look at that and think it's fucking gospel. I look at it and I think, okay, so that's what other people thought. That's what the critics thought. If I click on it, what did the people think? People thought it was good. 8.7 user score. So there you go. It's got an 8.7 user score. So the users thought it was good, but the critics didn't like it. And if the critics didn't like it, it possibly will have the same issues that the previous game had. And that's the reason why I might not like it. But I walk into this just same expectations as I always do. People think I may walk into this and have low expectations because of those scores. No, I walk into this and I give it the same amount of attention as I give other games. So that's pick record challenge, because obviously conquest mode is a story mode. I do have a save file in here, so let's see what we have as an option. We have a time attack again, CA attack, Gymkhana attack. Wow, fuck knows what that is. Custom factory, RP exchange, and options. Okay, well, we'll do time attack again. And you may think, oh, why are you doing time attack again? You did it in the previous Kaido Racing. It's a good mode, and a stress-free mode where you can try and get used to the game. CA attack, I assume you're going up against someone, and who knows what Gymkhana attack is. So that's why I pick time attack. You know, when the timer goes goes over what the preferred best time is, I guess. A best time seems to be quite a long time here. It must mean that the persons who played this game, save file, didn't really play this mode. Alright, so we have the same kind of options again. Let's pick a normal car. We've got the same plug-in settings as previously because, again, don't want the lines going across the screen. Yeah, same kind of... I'm always going to go with Toyota because I'm always curious to see what cars they have Toyota-wise. Are they going to have the same cars as before? So far, I'm seeing similar cars. There is more Starlets. There's 39 cars. It seems there's more cars than I think previously. Truno. How many versions of the fucking Truno are we going to have in here? We have quite a few versions of the Levin, apparently. Interesting. Alright, let's go along. Maybe I'll play with the Truno this time around. We don't want anything with the turbo because that's going to cause issues. What the fuck is that? Celica? I like that. That's nice. Celica XX. I wonder what year that is. Quite old. MR2G Supercharger. Oh, so we do have an MR2 in here again. We have an MR2 Mark II as well as the fucking shitty Roadster, and obviously the other fucking... So it looks like, from the looks of things, it includes pretty much every car from the previous game, but with a couple more, like, the fuck is a Sora? I haven't even heard of that. Always interesting to see what we got, kind of things. But we're not going to pick a Toyota this time around, so let's go back and see what Nissans we got. I'm just curious to see what kind of vehicles we have available. Oh, a March R. Interesting. March G. March G? That's a fucking Micra. What are you fucking talking about? Looks like a Micra. Got the Bluebird again. That probably looks like the only Bluebird. Nissan Sunny Truck. Ah! You don't see that around. You don't see that very often. Very nice. Alright. Interesting. More silvers. Silvers Club K. Ah, okay. Primera. Laurel. Oh, we've got the Laurel again. Oh, we got another version of the Laurel. Oh, we have a few Laurels. Okay. Didn't the last one have just like one version of the Laurel? And then have one of the special cars be one of them? We've got 43. Oh my god, we've got a Stagia. Stagia. Yeah, I know this car. Oh my, what the fuck? Okay, look at this. Fucking lovely looking car. Nice and boxy. Lovely. What the fuck have you done with this? Look at that front. Oh, that is a horrible front. That is a fucking... That's a new model Nissan Skyline front. New model Nissan Skyline, by the way. And they have the Fair Lady, the proper Fair Lady. Nice. The 240Z and the 280Z. We got two versions of it. Got a few versions of the Fair Lady. Interesting. I tell you what, I'm going to be very, very interested to see what the Fair Lady 240Z's like. So, unfortunately, we're going to pick that. We're going to pick the blue. It's not quite the blue. It's a little bit darker, isn't it, in Wagon Midnight? Enable shift assist. Yes, definitely. Never very good with the old manual turning. Alright, let's pick a course. We have Hakone again. Oh, Hiroshima. Okay. Haruna. Akagi. Oh, we have Akagi. Oh, Akagi was in the previous game. Motoroke. Shiga Kusatsu. We got a few new ones. Nico. Zao again. Aso again. Let's do Hiroshima. Hiroshima wasn't in the previous one, was it? Or was it? I don't know, actually. Downhill, weather. Yes, standard. No ghost car. And let's go. Oh. Alright, the A button is accelerate this time around. So why was it L1 in the previous game, but it's A in here? Okay, not going to ask questions. Yes, I understand there's a thing there, but I need to... Oh, the turning. Oh. Alright. So the R3 button now changes the viewpoint. Oh, the L3 turns on the lights. Okay. You gotta realize, obviously, I've got to play around a little bit. It looks like circle might be handbrake. Maybe. See the circle is square. Yeah, it's circle. It is circle. Alright. Is the turning gonna be atrocious? I don't think I can get enough speed in this. Doesn't have a turbo, but that's fine. Alright, we're now doing a nice downhill turn. There'll be a point, some point, where we'll be able to do it. Here we go. I don't know if this car's really built for drifting, which it's interesting. Again, this is purposely a drift game, because look at the courses, right? Purposely drift. But maybe this car is not suited for drift, but then again, why would you include it? Why would you include this car? This car is clearly for straights, right? That's why in Wagan Midnight, there we go, I had a little bit more of a decent drift, kind of. But this still, like, doesn't really feel like this car is really necessary for drift. Look. The turning is... the turning is actually a... No, the turning's actually better. No, the turning's better. At least it is in this car. We'll have to try a much more powerful car just to see if it gets worse, but... The turning's actually reasonable in the Fair Lady Z. Yeah, the circle is handbrake. Alright, triangle's reverse. So square was reversed in the previous game. Triangle's reversed now. There is some music playing, actually. I can hear it. It's very, very quiet, though. Maybe the music volume's been turned down really low. Which is fine by me. Probably going to get copyright claim because of the intro, but hopefully not. I'm not fussed. I just don't want the video to get blocked. This channel is not monetized, so BioBlame is, but Bio in the Shadow Realm is not. And even with BioBlame, I only monetize. I only put the desktop ads, whatever they call them, so you don't get fucking unskippable ads. None of that shite. Yeah, like. I'm gonna be honest, I prefer this. This is better. The turning is not as fucking dog shit as it was in the previous game. Obviously, again, the drifting is the kind of thing you'd have to get used to, but all roads lead to legend. Do they now? But as you can see, I'm trying to drift. It's not working out really, but I'm not having enough speed. We've got 100 kilometers an hour now. We've got a big turn coming up here. Let's see how we get on. I'm either braking too early or too late. I can't tell. But you can see I'm trying. It's just these courses have you be extremely fucking specific. As you can see, I'm trying quite hard to drift, but it's not exactly working out the way I want it to. Oh, no. Fuck that one up. I'm trying, I really am trying. It's just not... I'm not fucking Mr. Fantastic, pick something up fucking straight away. I am pretty good with racing games. But generally speaking, most of the time, it takes me a while to get used to them. Once I'm used to them, boom, that's it. Fucking God mode activates, might as well. But I tell you the game, I'm the best racing game. Best racing game, in my opinion. Just like standard racing, right? It's more arcades, I think, feel, maybe? I don't know. I don't know how to fucking describe it. GTA 5. I don't give a fuck what anyone's got to say. GTA 5's racing is fucking brilliant. Don't get me wrong, Forza Horizon 4. Great. Great fucking game, right? I'm playing that in a minute. Great game, right? Great racing. But it's just... Rockstar has just got it perfect with fucking GTA 5. But it's too bad no one does fucking racing anymore in GTA 5. Not really, or they do the stupidly long tracks, and they always enable their own custom cars. Remember back when fucking GTA Online first came to PC, doing the races there. Oh, it was fucking fantastic. It was so much fun. I think I'll only do two races here. I did 3 in the previous one. Let's only do 2 here. Let's pick a little bit more of a thingy car. Let's go with the Mazda. Let's see if we can get a MX. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, oh dear. Let's see if we can get a MX-5. There we go. Probably want the MX-5 with turbo. We want one with turbo. What are the ones we have? The RX-7. Oh, okay. MX-5 with turbo. Yep. Red, yeah. MX-5 standard red, really. Red tends to be the default color for an MX-5. Car select, course, and the Ghost. Let's do Emote Rocco. That wasn't in the previous game, was it? Oh no, Shiga. Let's do Shiga Kugetsu. There we go. Same again. I know I'm doing default weather, but if I do any other weather, I'm gonna struggle even more. Let's be honest. So let's try an MX-5. It's got turbo. It's a smaller build. It's a smaller car. The car weighs less as well in comparison to what we were driving before. So it should necessarily be easier to drift. Well, we'll see. There is drift builds of this particular vehicle, so... I haven't really said much about the graphics. Graphically, it's fine. Okay, it's going to take a little bit to get used to it. Builds up speed alright, but obviously the game doesn't look as good as it could do because I have to change the plugin. Okay. Oh, no, why are you doing that? Oh no, okay, that's fine. It still has the same issue with the turning, with the faster cars. It must be just the faster cars then. You pick a somewhat slower car, slower for fucking turns, like the fair lady can, obviously, if you've seen Wag at Midnight. But like, look at that. It's just, am I braking too early, too late? It's hard to fucking tell. It's hard to pull off drifts in this game, which I can understand why critics wouldn't like it. You gotta realize, oh yeah, critics, they give the game a bad rep. They have to play the game in a set amount of time, then review the game, right? There is no reason you, as a game developer, you can't make your game more user-friendly. There is no fucking reason, right? There's no reason. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna take away the start menu in Windows. I'm gonna take it away. Off you go. But I can't open these programs now. I don't have them. I don't have a desktop icon. Oh no, you don't have desktop icons either. You got to find the program, and you got to open the program. No start menu. No desktop icons. Oh yeah, you also can't access your folder. What the fuck kind of shit's that? What do you mean I can't do that? There you go. I've taken away stuff that I would consider, and most people consider, user-friendly, yeah? To make the whole entire you using Windows an easier process, right? That is my argument when it comes to video games as well. There's no reason you can't make the game more accessible. The game more... I'm not talking about easier. I'm just make it play easier. I don't know. If fucking Dark Souls can do it, I can play Dark Souls. Fucking Dark Souls has a very, very good way of teaching you how to play the game. And people meme and say, "Oh, it's get good, get good." It's not get good. You don't have to get good. There is numerous playstyles that you can play. Numerous, right? That you can play, right? That you can fucking fuck about with. You just gotta find the one that works for you, right? But you don't get that with a lot of games. Oh, we actually had one go in there for a second. I don't know how the fuck I did it. But we had one go in there for a second. But this game doesn't have that. This game, it's just throw you in the deep end, hope for the fucking best. And it's not like you can try and change, like, oh, maybe if I change this. No, each of the cars play almost the same. Like, you pick a... Well, it's not. I think it's down to speed. Like, I'm going 140. All the cars go around this corner at the same way at 140 kilometers an hour. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's not my type of drifting racing game. That's just how it is, you know. I think it's probably an improvement over... There we go, look at that. Oh, a bit more reasonable. Couldn't quite get the exit correct, but we went into that drift okay. But it's complete flukes. I don't know how I'm doing it. There's no fucking feedback to tell me if I'm doing it correctly or not. Which means that it's the type of game where you'd have to play a lot of it to then start to pick up real minute things. And yes, I do have to say real as long as that, because that's as long as it takes to fucking... Each second I said I was reeing. I was reeing. Add an hour onto the game before you understand how the drifting works. It shouldn't take 10 hours to understand how the drifting works. It should take at most an hour. No longer. 1 hour, boom, I now know how the drifting works. Cool. I can now play the game. Master it, different story. But how it works? I feel like I would play this game for 5 hours and still not understand how the fuck... Still, most of the drifting would be flukes. That's not a good sign. But hey, that might be just me. So maybe I'm just that shit. Probably. That's a possibility. But anyway, that was Kaido Racer 2. About the same as the previous game, if I'm honest with you. I've been Bio. Thanks for watching. We're going to be moving on to something different now. No more Kaido racing. Still Tokyo Xtreme Racer, but no more Kaido racing. So I won't spoil it. So you'll just have to wait and see. See you later.